Welcome viewers to my YouTube channel. My name is Sister Dr. Juliet Wangui Macharia, a gynecologist and a fertility educator and medical management. And I wish to welcome you all, and as you follow me, please don't forget to subscribe. Today is a continuation of what the science behind the menstrual cycle. And we said that menstrual cycle is a series of highly coordinated events that corresponds to the specific patterns of ovarian activities. And we talked more about that. And today we are going to see, for these highly coordinated events to take place, hormones are included. We cannot talk of menstrual ovarian cycle without hormones. We have a very important hormones which are normally released for these activities, ovarian activities, to take place. So women, we are what we are because of the menstrual cycle. And the menstrual cycle regulates our thinking, regulates our appetite, regulates our sleep, regulates even whatever activities we do, just the way we are. So our life are defined by the menstrual cycle. When it is normal, you'll behave the way you should be behaving. But when it is abnormal, then we say you're not healthy. So during the menstrual cycle, we start counting because it's a cycle. So it has the beginning and it has the end. So the beginning of this menstrual cycle is day 1 when you start your bleeding. So a normal woman will bleed between 3 or 4 or 5, 6 days. It should not be more than 7 days. And during these normal bleeding days, she should have at least 1 or 2 days of heavy bleeding. She should not bleed less than 3 or more than 7. So if you are not between there, or if you have all your 3 to 7 days, it's heavy, or it's spotty, or it comes, you bleed today, then it goes away. It takes a break. And then after 2 days, it comes back. You bleed again for 2 days. It disappears completely. Then it may come again after 3 months. Or you bleed today, and then you spend like 3 to 6 months without bleeding. Or you start bleeding, you continue bleeding for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, you're still bleeding. Then you are not normal. Get it well. You are not normal. You are unwell. Or you have some bleeding. They are very okay. You bleed well. Then in between the cycle, this I had already talked before, it comes again. Now, like you bled for 4 days, then the 5th day, it disappeared. Then day 16, day 17, it comes again for 2 days, it disappears. Then after 1 week, now maybe on 24, 23, 24, it comes again shortly for 1 day. Then on day 28 or day 30, it begins again. You are not okay. So we are helping women to understand the bleeding patterns. Bleeding patterns are very important to understand. Because if you do not bleed, and you have already attained your menarche, you are in the reproductive age, you are not a menopausal woman, and you are not bleeding, and you are seated comfortably at home, thinking that everything is okay, then I think something is not okay in the brain. If you don't bleed well, then you are not going to ovulate. And remember my slogan, a woman who do not ovulate is not normal. You may also bleed so well, 3 to 4 days, 3 to 5 days, yeah. You have 1 or 2 heavy bleeding, but so unfortunate, you are not ovulating. You don't ovulate. But because you're bleeding, you think you're okay. You are not okay. You are sick. And research has shown that women, majority of us, have these issues. Abnormal menstrual bleeding. Yeah? And sometimes we take them for granted. You go to the hospital, we stop the bleeding. And we tell you to go back home without telling you the underlying cause of this problem. I tell you to come again. We will keep transfusing the blood. We transfuse you because you bleed. You have bled. You have come with very low, severe anemia because of abnormal bleeding. If we do not get the underlying cause, you'll go home, you'll come back again. And at the end, we are going to tell you in a very simple way, my sister, we need your uterus out. We need to take the uterus out. And you are like, yes, please take the uterus out. I am tired of this problem. I bleed a lot. I've been transfused. Without understanding the underlying cause of why you are bleeding, taking the uterus out is not a solution. You will still suffer even when we get the uterus out. Please, don't forget to subscribe. Continue following me, listening to what we are learning more about our own health. Remember, women, we are so special. Our uterus are so special. Our ovaries are so precious. No one should play around with these important organs. Don't take them for granted. They make you to be who you are today. They are the one which makes you to be a real woman if you don't know. You get them out anyhowly without a very serious issue pertaining them at a very tender age. And this one at very tender age, young as 25, getting their uterus out, 30, getting their uterus out at 5. I say no to it. Because you'll now start behaving very abnormal. So please don't forget to subscribe, and may God bless you and keep you. Thank you.